Hello there, boys and girls, men and women, dogs and cats, whoever is watching this one. This is Viking Rogaland from Digos. This is very late evening on January the 20th, 2022. So I just want to give some update here about life here and especially about my trip today to Davao city. Now Digos is located approximately 60 kilometers south of Davao city, slightly southwest. And then Davao city, they have a Bureau of Immigration. So every time I need to renew my visa, I usually go there. I can also go to, sorry for this disturbance, I can also go to Jensan, but I've never been to Jensan, General Santos, which is, I would say, like an hour's drive, maybe 1.5 hour drive south from here. Because I know they also have a Bureau of Immigration. But what I like about going to Davao is they are very professional, very friendly, and usually it's not the big lines. I was a bit worried because there is a lot of talk these days about vaccination certificates and stuff like that. Now I have actually taken the first jab and I will soon take the second jab, because it's virtually impossible to get around and move around here in the Philippines if you don't have those vaccinations. I even read that some places they will not allow you to go into the Bureau of Immigration if you don't have a vaccination certificate. So I have a small paper that proves that I took the first jab. And also when you enter Davao city, they have a checkpoint there with soldiers, and many times they will stop you, they will search everything in your bag or whatever and want to ask you why you're entering the city. So I expected the same thing to happen today, but no. They just wave me through. Everybody just, yeah, they're looking at you, and if you don't look like a terrorist, then they will wave you through. They didn't ask me what is my purpose of going to Davao city. So that is amazing. Usually they will at least ask me that. And then when I came to the Bureau of Immigration, which by the way is located just across the street from Victoria Plaza, the mall, the pink mall of Victoria Plaza. Then sometime I have to take the temperature, and sometime I need to show my Davao QR card, which is registering when you leave, when you come somewhere. But when I came to the immigration, that was not a problem, no, but they know me. I've been here for quite a long time. So now I had overstayed my former visa because of, I'm not gonna tell you, but I had to overstay 5-6 days. But that is not a problem in Davao. They will just, you pay a penalty, 1,000 pesos. That's it. So when I came in there, nobody checked my temperature, nobody checked my QR card, and they don't even ask for the vaccination. There was no such questions about it. Wow. So I just fill out the ordinary form, my address, phone number, reason to prolong the visa, etc., etc. So that's it. there were quite a lot of people today. Last time I was there, there was almost nobody. But today I had to wait a little bit. But still, that's what you expect when you go to such a place, right? So I think I spent like 45 minutes in the immigration. Then you have to have a ACR card, something like alien certificate, some ID, which you need here in the Philippines if you have been staying, if you're staying longer than, I think if you stay longer than 3 months or something like that, you need to have that card. What is practical with that card is like you don't need to carry around your passport all the time. If you are in Thailand, you need either to carry your passport with you at all time, or at least a copy of your passport with also a copy of your entrance date and your visa status from your passport. But here in the Philippines, they give you an ID card. Well, you have to pay for it. I think it's 5,000 for 5,000, something like that, pesos. So it's valid for 1 year. So that's it. I told the guy why I was late, because I said I should have been here 1 week ago, but due to this and that, I couldn't come until now. And he said, oh, so you have to pay penalty. I said, yeah, I know. So that's it. I paid the penalty. Then I went to S&R, which is a wonderful big, how can I say, like a mall, a big supermarket. It's particularly meant to be a place for people who have restaurants, hotels, business, with things that are hard to find. So in S&R, they sell lamb meat, and beef from Australia, from New Zealand. They sell cheese from Europe, and yeah, they have many things. But usually, what I buy there is for my pizza business. So that's what I went there today also, and 2.3 kilo, very big block like of this of cheese. It's like 800 pesos. Amazing. From Arla, which is, I think Arla was basically, well, I know in Sweden they had, when I lived in Sweden, Arla was everywhere. So it's a dairy company. And they are also active here in the Philippines. So that is a very good quality product. So then, I went to Arla. I went to S&R, and well, in S&R you have to be a member, so you have a membership card that needs to be renewed once a year. And then you show the QR card or code for Davao City, and that's basically it. Then you go in there, you buy what you want and you pay. You can pay with a credit card or cash. So then, about Digos, I would say here is very interesting because compared to Davao, it's very, very free here. I mean, I saw in the news that in Davao it's still some kind of liquor ban. If you want to drink alcohol in Davao City, you're not allowed to do that within a restaurant or a bar or in a public place. But here in Digos, you can drink as much as you want, as much as you can tolerate. Even from our pizzeria, we sell beer in our pizzeria, and we don't need to ask anybody. I mean, like in Norway, you need to have a permit from the city to sell alcohol, and it's quite strict. But here in the Philippines, anybody can sell alcohol. So that is interesting with the Philippines. And then they have had some liquor bans here, but they in 2020 they had some liquor ban for a couple of months, and then it was open, but you cannot buy after 6 o'clock in the evening, I think, something like that. And then it was another liquor ban for 1 month or so. And then it was finally, okay, you cannot buy alcohol after 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock. But now, if I go to 7-Eleven, they have, before it says no liquor allowed after 9 p.m. Okay, so 9 in the evening, that's when they stop selling beer and things like that. But now it says midnight. So when I'm making this video, it's 11 p.m. So after I finish this video, I'm gonna go to 7-Eleven, get me some liquor. But they call liquor here, I mean, even a beer, they call it liquor, which is stupid because liquor is the hard drink, right? So, excuse me. So, I mean, if you drink a beer that is 4.5, 5%, that is definitely not liquor. But that's how they do it here. Another thing, I'm working here in the garden. I have some chicks. Yesterday, when I got up to feed the chicks, one of the small chicks was killed and was totally chewed. It's terrible. And then there was a dog, a small young dog, laying just outside. So I suppose that this dog got hold of my chicken. Maybe the chicken roamed outside the big cage. And that dog had what we call a Norwegian scab. The skin was very, very sick, you know. So obviously the dog was sick. And he managed to come inside this property because the gate is quite rusty. So if there is a small dog or a cat, they can enter. So I had to get a shovel, and I put on my protective shoes. I have some working shoes with steel toes and long pants and gloves, because you never know what is wrong with that dog, right? So I had to actually chase him with a spade. He didn't want to leave, but come on. So yeah, I got rid of him. That is not my responsibility to have a sick dog who's killing my chicken inside this garden. So even if I feel sorry for the dog, I cannot really take care of a dog that is killing my animals, right? Okay, so that's it. We have a lot of planting here going on, seedlings, but you can be sure when I have seedlings, the cats will dig up and destroy the seedlings, or the chicks, if they escape, they will like this, you know. So that's why I keep them locked up. Okay, that is hopefully interesting for you to know if you're interested in the situation here in the Philippines. So very soon I'm going back to Don Marcelino, where my wife comes from, and she's currently there with my son, David Ben. And it is quite strict to travel into that province, Davao Occidental. It's one of the stricter places, because the governor is the one who decide, or the mayor, and they're all in family, they're all related. And all of them are called Bautista. So that is the family that is ruling Davao Occidental. And there is always changes there. You have to show this, you have to show that. But when we traveled there for New Year, nobody asked us to show anything. They just waved us through. But the last time we tried to go there before that, they didn't allow us to enter. They just stopped. They just blocked the whole the whole, what do you call that one? Province. Yeah. But when we finally came there to Don Marcelino, which is quite down south in Davao Occidental, nobody were using masks. Okay, here you always have to use mask, but before we even had to use a face shield like this, and of course it's hot in the Philippines, right? So you really don't want to use a face shield and then a mask, but the mask mandate is still here. Of course, everybody knows that the mask will be able to stop a virus. That is common knowledge, right, YouTube? Right? I'm not giving false news here. No, the mask can stop anything. Anything. Have a good day or good night, whatever. God bless.